Hey, cousin. It's your favorite cousin, Can here at the Lighthouse Women's Wellness Center. Okay, so today we are going to be talking about your past relationship. Yes, the one you're thinking about now, the latest one, the last one, the one that has left the most impact on you. It's time for you to know some things about that relationship that you may know or you may not know, but I'm just here as your favorite cousin, Can to let you know what was going on in that relationship, some lessons that you were supposed to learn, which we know that relationships teach us. Our soulmates are our greatest teachers. So I'm here to let you know some things that you were supposed to learn from that situation in hopes that you do not get into another relationship and repeat that cycle and have to learn that lesson again. A lot of women out there are repeating cycles with men because you're not getting the lesson and you're not aware. And that's okay because I know that spirit will leave you in the dark, all right, to figure it out on your own. You will be left in the dark at certain points. I have been left in the dark. That's just how it goes on the spiritual path. You don't always know everything. There are times when you just don't know. So if you're in a point right now, or if you've been at a phase before where you felt like you just were unaware or you don't know what's going on, that's normal. That's a normal part of the path. That's a normal part of the journey. And it's all a part of the learning experience. All right. So about your past relationship, one thing that you need to know is that that relationship ending was the best thing that ever happened to you. That was the best thing that ever happened to you. And I know a lot of times we want to hold on to relationships. We want them to be different. We want the man to change. We want things to be different. We want the whole thing to change. But I'm here to tell you that that's not how it goes. All right. We are here as souls that have incarnated into these bodies. And we have these experiences, and some of the experiences are great and good and they feel so great. And then some of the experiences are terrible and horrible, and it feels like it has completely stripped us of who we are. And in some cases, it can. All right. But I'm here to let you know it will not destroy you unless you decide that that's it. If you say that's it, you throw in the towel, you're giving up on love, you're giving up on life, you don't want to deal with it, you want to be a bitter person, you can choose that. But I'm talking to ladies that say, look, I'm not getting ready to give up my femininity, my love, my glow, my lusciousness because of some man that was not for me. Because the truth is, he was not for you. That was not supposed to be a long-term relationship. That was just a cycle. And ladies, if you're in a cycle with a man right now that is driving you crazy, it's just a cycle. And I'm telling you that it is going to end. So hang on in there. Don't give up, because I know what it feels like to be crying in the car and wanting things to change and wanting him to change and wanting to even get out of the relationship, and you can't get out of the relationship. So I know what it's like to be in the relationship and out of the relationship. But just know that no matter where you are on this journey, it's all supposed to happen. Nothing is supposed to be different. You are learning and growing as a soul. Remember this always. You are not the body. The body has experiences. You're having an experience, but you are the soul, which means that you are the light within the body. You will continue to live after this life. You have lived before this life. You will never pass. It will never be over for you. It will always be, okay? Life will always be. It will never go away. And that is who you are, okay? You are a force of light. That's what you are. And I always like to explain it this way. Whenever you go to a funeral and you see a person's body in the casket, they have no life in that body because what keeps the body alive is no longer inside of the body, and that is the soul. All right. So the body can only move, can only see, can only feel, can only have experiences as long as the soul is inside of the body. Like your car. Your car can only move if you get inside the car, start the car, and move the car. But whenever you get out of the car cannot move. It will stay parked until you get inside of it. It's the same way with our bodies. These are our vehicles. So you are the soul which keeps the body alive. And when you leave out of this body, you are not gone away or dead, like people like to say. You're not done. It's the same way when you get out of your car. You're not dead. You're just not in the car. You went inside the house, or you went inside the store, or you went on to live your life. But that car has no function because you're not in it. And it's the same way with our bodies. Just want to let you know that you are the soul, and you are having experiences that you would not be able to have if you did not have a body. And it's the same way when you get in your car. When you get in your car, you can go places that you would not be able to go if you did not have transportation to get there. You see what I'm saying? Okay. So just be clear. You are not the experience. I don't care what happens to you while you are in this physical body. It doesn't matter. It can be the worst thing. It can be the best thing. Remember that you are not the body. The body is having experiences. Who you are is within the body, and it is greater than what you can see, it's greater than what you can feel. And once you learn to connect to that aspect of who you are, then nothing that you experience in this physical reality will be able to take you away from your power, because your power is greater than what is in the physical or what is manifested in the seen world, okay? It's greater than that. You are greater than that. We are learning to connect to this part of ourselves. We have been kept away from this part of ourselves, but it is time for humanity to awaken. And spirit is moving. So you have people like me that are here to help to pull us forward. All right? So remember that. You're not the experience. You're not the body. You are the soul. You're having experiences. You say, Kim, why do I need to have these experiences? The reason why you have these experiences are for your growth, all right? You're here to make observations and adjustments. If you don't have a physical body, you can make observations, but you cannot make adjustments, all right? So you being inside of this body, you can have an experience, you can observe the experience, and you can make changes because you have the freedom of choice. You only can do that when your soul is inside the body. When the soul is not in the body, you cannot do that. So these experiences that you are having, they're helping you to grow and helping you to become a greater, more powerful force in this world if you allow every experience to grow you. If you allow experiences to deter you, distract you, delay you, destroy you, and keep you at the bottom, then you will not be able to connect to that greatest part of you. And you will always be looking to the outside world to give you what it is that you need, but it will never happen. And I'm here to tell you, as your favorite cousin Can, it won't happen. Your mother will not give it to you, your father, your husband, your friend, your children. Nobody will be able to give you what you need, because what you need is deep, deep, deep inside of you. It's a connection that has to be made between your physical body, your soul, and your spirit. Okay? Just think about it like that. That is the Trinity, okay? Think about yourself as a multi-dimensional person. If you only think about yourself as a physical body, then the only thing you will see and only thing you will know is what is in the physical. When you connect to your soul, which is your GPS, that is your navigation system. It knows what you need to experience, both the good and the bad, in order for you to grow. All right? It has lived before this life. It will continue to live after this life. When you connect to that part of you, then your soul is going to guide you towards a greater connection to your higher self. You know when you're receiving guidance from your soul, because your soul is always going to tell you what is for your highest good. Okay? Always. So anytime you hear that guidance that's coming from within, that is guiding you to do something that you may not want to do, but you do it anyway, and you're like, oh yeah, I'm glad I did that. That is your soul. Whenever you don't do something that you know you need to do, then you're like, oh, I knew I needed to do that, but I didn't do it. Okay? That's also your soul. When you become one with that part of yourself that is guiding you, regardless if you like it or not, you follow it. And even if you feel like you followed this direction and it's taking you on a path that you don't like, remember that the soul knows what you need to experience in order to grow. All right? So follow that guidance from within. And once you start doing that, it's like riding a bike. Once you become so used to following that guidance, then you'll always follow that guidance from within, and you won't need any guidance or any confirmation. You won't need any validation. You won't need anything from anybody outside of yourself, because you know what you know what you know, because you're connected to that force that is within you, which is connected to the source. You're plugged in. Okay, spiritually aligned. That's why I tell you, ladies, sidebar, join us in spiritual alignment class. Because a lot of women are lost in the world because you have ignored that part of you that is giving you that guidance, and you may not be able to hear it, because that can happen. You can ignore that part of you that is guiding you and directing you. You can ignore that part of you for years and years and years and years and years, and then you want to have guidance, or you need support, or you need some reassurance or something like that, and you cannot hear a thing from that part of yourself because it's on mute. Okay. So when you get into spiritual alignment class, I will give you assignments. Like I already know, I told y'all it's work to be done. All right. But you will receive assignments for 4 weeks. We already know that a cycle is 28 days. So you can change your habit in 28 days. So when you join spiritual alignment class, you'll make a 4-week commitment to yourself so that you can learn how to be consistent, disciplined, self-aware, and mindful. And I will give you everything that you need to know, everything that I have done to transform my life, everything that I'm telling you. Listen, I've done the work, and I'm here to help you do the same thing. So if you're ready to begin your healing and transformation journey, join us over in spiritual alignment class. Okay, so back to what I was saying. Now, your soul is the part of you that is always, 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 always going to be right there. Always. It never goes away. Like I said, you can turn it down so low that you can't hear it, but it's always there. And when you're in a relationship, your soul will give you guidance about this person. When you first meet them, you will start to hear things. We have to learn these voices that are in our head. You're not crazy when you start hearing things in your head. You have to understand that you can hear certain things. As a woman, that intuition that you have is connected to many, many different voices. And men too. Men, they have the same thing, but it's just different, okay? But for women, we have to learn how to connect to these different voices and recognize, where are these voices coming from? When you recognize where these voices are coming from, then you're able to tune into them and listen to them so that you can have the guidance that you need. When you meet a person, you will receive guidance from that person right away. Right away. Now, we can override what it is that we're hearing with our emotions. That is a lot of times a downfall for women, because whenever we get with a man, don't ask me why this is the way it is. It's just what it is, okay? Whenever we get with a man, a lot of the times we turn on the emotion, but we turn off that guidance that we have within. We turn it completely off. So when you turn off the guidance and you're no longer receiving that guidance from within, then you're at the mercy of the man. And that is a lesson that every woman has to learn. We all have to learn that lesson, because we're not here to just be the man's wife or the children's mother. We have a purpose for being here, and we have a connection to source that is different from the man's connection. And we have something to do here that we can only do when we connect to the source, not the man. This world will teach us as women, you need to connect to the man because you don't know anything unless you connect to the man. He needs to lead you. But I'm here to tell you that even if you don't have a man in your life, you can connect to the source, and you have a great purpose regardless if you're in a relationship or not. And a lot of women don't feel like they are fulfilled if they're not in a relationship. So as women, we learn a lot when it comes to relationships and being codependent on men, because that's not what we're here to do. Men are not supposed to be codependent on women, and women are not supposed to be codependent on men. We're here to work together as partners. which means that in a partnership, we both bring something different to the partnership. When it comes together, it's very, very powerful and impactful. Okay. But if the woman is leaning on the man, then the man is carrying the load and he's doing all the work and he's overwhelmed. And if the woman is doing all the work, then the man is leaning on her and she's overwhelmed. And it's not supposed to be like that. The women can't do all the thinking in the relationship. The man can't do all the thinking in the relationship. We both have to learn how to pull our weight. We both have a purpose for coming here. And we come together and partner together in order to fulfill our purpose. That's the reason for relationships. Is not to be in some situation that feels good, because it don't feel good all the time. It's not to have somebody to be there to pick up your slack and all of that. It's not about any of that. All right. You have a purpose. They have a purpose. And when we come together, then it makes it easier for us to get our job done. That's how it is. That's what relationships are about. That's what marriage is about. That's what covenant is about. That's what vows are about. You're choosing to come together and work together. We had to learn that having a man be your everything is a great, great, great mistake. It's a great mistake because a lot of us lost ourselves in the relationship. And there's a lot of women right now, you have lost yourself in the relationship because you believe that the man is your leader. And you did not put the man in his place, which is beside you. You put the man above you. And the only thing that is supposed to be above you is the creator. This is what it is. So we had to learn some hard lessons. And I'm here to tell you that if you are free, you should be thanking your lucky stars. Okay. You should be jumping up and down. Not mad, not bitter, and not angry about what he did. Be thankful that you are free. Focus on the fact that you are free from that situation. You no longer have to deal with him. You no longer have to deal with anything that is connected to him. If you have children by him, then when they get older, then you allow your children to communicate with their dad and you completely remove yourself from the situation. If you have children that are younger, then you have a third party that you go through and he will contact the third party and you will take the child over to the third party and you completely remove yourself from that situation. You do not have to deal with a man that is putting you through hell. I'm telling you that right now. I'm telling you that now. The reason why a lot of women, we suffer is because we want things to be different. We want the man to show up the way we want them to show up, but that's not what it is. When you accept what it is for what it is, then you can let go. Once you let go, then you're free. You've already been freed from the relationship physically. Now it's time to free you emotionally from what has happened. Because a lot of women are still holding on to what has been done to them in a relationship. And I'm here to tell you that if that did not happen to you, then you would not be the woman that you are going to be. You are in the process of becoming a powerful person. Trust me when I tell you. And that relationship was just as important as any other relationship that you have had. And I know it may not feel like it, but I'm telling you that everything is going to work out for your good if you choose to go down the road of being powerful. You can go down the path of feeling sorry for yourself. You can go down the path of anger. You can go down the path of resentment. You can go down the path of control. You can go down whichever one of these paths you want to go down. But if you choose to go down the path of being a powerful woman, then you're going to learn how to transmute energy. You're going to learn how to take this negative experience and turn it into a positive experience for you. Okay? This is something that you can do when you're in alignment, body, soul, and spirit. Every situation will serve you when you're connected in that way. All right? So that's just something that you need to know. You're free now. Let it go. That's your choice. But I would advise you to let it go. All right? Take you a spiritual bath, do your healing work. There's plenty of resources at the Lighthouse to help you. I'm here to support you. Listen, we got a call today. All right? We about to do our call today. You know, in the private community, I already told you, I'm right here with you. We workbooks, worksheets, everything that you need to know. If you need support, you have support. You do not have to do it on your own. But I'm here to tell you that choosing not to do anything is going to destroy you, which means that everything that you've been through, you're going to internalize it and then you'll start to hurt yourself. This is why women are overeating. This is why women are overweight. This is why women are drinking all the time, smoking all the time, doing all these things to hurt yourself, is because, and having the sex, yes, okay, we ain't gonna leave that out, Spirit. Spirit said, yeah, drop that in there. Because some of y'all women, baby, y'all got them legs up. You got them legs up. Okay, yeah, the legs is up. The legs is supposed to be closed, okay? Especially when you're healing. When you're healing, then you are in a very fragile state. Just gonna let you know that. So if you say that you're healing and working on yourself, but you're letting the men be on top of underneath you, I don't know what kind of healing you doing. Okay? I don't know what kind of healing you doing. Because you supposed to be in a hospital bed. But you let the men come up in the hospital bed. What's wrong with you? Girl, different kind of healing. Anyway, we ain't gonna go there. We ain't gonna go there today. Now, I'm just telling you everything that you need to know. Okay, so the last thing that you need to know is that some men you will not please. You cannot please them. You were not created to please them, first of all. But I just have to let you know that you can literally do everything for some men, and it will never be enough. He will always find an issue. He will always find something to gripe about. He will always find something to cry about, whine about. It's gonna be a problem. It's all the time. Some men are just like that. They just nag and whine all the time. All the time. They're never happy. But that don't have nothing to do with you. That is a man that is not healed. And I'm just gonna let you know this for the future. Anytime you get with a man and he's always griping about something wrong with him, okay? Something wrong with him. Because a normal, regular person who is emotionally intelligent and they're in control of themselves and they're spiritually aligned, they don't hardly have issues. Even when they have issues, there's no issue, okay? They have the spirit of peace that is connected to them, all right? So they're connected to the source, they're connected to peace, and they're not griping and whining about everything. If this man is always trying to control you, nothing is right, he's gossiping, he's doing all this little, feminine stuff that he be doing, look, you ain't gonna never be able to please him. You're never gonna be able to please him. It just is what it is. And women, a lot of times we make the mistake of trying to be a man's everything. You are not here to be his everything. You are here to be his partner, which means you support him, just like he supports you. But when he starts making you the issue, everything's a problem. Everything's a problem. This man he's having an issue with going through life. That's something that he gonna have to deal with spirit by himself. You can't help him with that. And when we try to be a man's everything, then guess what? We are the one who always catch the blows. Because we're trying to step in and play spirit and play his creator when we're not his creator. We're not the source of his everything. We need to leave him to his creator so he can figure it out. But we don't want to let him go. Because we feel like, oh, he needs me. No, he don't need you. He don't need you. What he needs is himself. He needs to find himself. He needs to get connected, like I was just telling you about being connected with the soul and the spirit. He needs to find that connection, because until he gets that connection to the source, he's always going to be either saying too much, doing too much, and way out of control. Some of these men that are working all the time, baby, that's a red flag. That's a red flag, because if he's connected to the source, then the source will guide him to rest, and he will know how to rest. He will know how to eat. He will know how to live. He will be in a peaceful state. I don't know why we are accepting the fact that men can be chaotic. No, it's not acceptable for the man, and it's not acceptable for us as women. Everybody needs to get control of themselves. And that includes the man, especially the man, because he's the leader. And if he's always tipped off, if he's agitated, he's irritated, he's frustrated all the time, who wants to be led by a person that's like that? Just saying. You choose. Because just like he chooses you to be his wife or be his woman or whatever, you accept. So when you're moving forward and going into a relationship, pay attention. Because in the past, we did not pay attention. We didn't. We didn't. We were falling in love, falling and falling and falling, and fell in too deep. And by the time you got into the relationship, you're like, this ain't what I want, but you're already in it. And some of you even married that person. And when you marry a person, now you done took a vow to not only them, but you took a vow to the Most High too. It's a slippery slope. Take your time. Don't give up on love, because there are healed men out there. A lot of us are healing. We're not the only ones healing. Men are healing too. But just give them time to heal. Give them time and space to heal. You keep working on yourself, and you're going to attract the healthy partner. That's how this works. We have to become whole and healthy and complete within ourselves so that we can attract the healthy partner. But the past partner and everything that you went through, it was all necessary for your growth. It's time to let it go if you want. It's your choice. And let it be what it was, because it's over now. It's over now. And if you're still going through the situation right now, I promise you, however long it takes for spirit to end this cycle for you, it's going to be over. It's going to be over. It's going to be a thing of the past, and you are going to be free. And once you get free, then you're going to be so thankful that you don't have to deal with that person anymore. It's over. Ladies, be careful. Be careful. I know that women, we want to be married to these men, but we have to look at the state of men right now. Oh my goodness. Pay attention. Pay attention. Please pay attention. That's the only thing I can tell you. Because there's some things that are getting ready to happen to these men that, trust me, you don't want to be connected to it. You just don't. You don't want to be wishing and hoping and praying that things change for you when you really could just stay safe. Spirit is trying to keep you safe. Go into your house, take care of your children, go outside in nature and work on yourself and connect to spirit. And let spirit bring you a man that is safe for you. Because going out here and trying to find a man or letting a man choose you is very dangerous. It is very dangerous. A lot of these men need a lot of help. I'm telling you, they do. They do. And it's not your responsibility to do that. It's not. There's nothing you will be able to do to save him. He can't save you, and you can't save him. It doesn't work like that. All right? Some of these men are in a very dangerous state. And you do not want to be stuck in the house with some man praying that you can get away from him and you can't go nowhere. You do not want to be in that state. You do not want to be with a man that you're married to, wanting to be out the marriage, but you can't get out the marriage because you're already in it. Follow spirit. Calm down, relax. Life is not all about a relationship. Your purpose and what you're here to do, get focused on that. And trust me, the man is for you. Let him find you doing what it is that you were created to do. So he will know that you have a purpose. He will know that when he sees you, when he hears you, that you are about your Father business, just like Christ was. That's what we need to do. Not just men, but women too. Okay? Father or mother or both, whatever. Okay? But y'all get what I'm saying. Okay? Be about the business, because that is what your life is about. Your partner is just here to help you. But when you make your partner the center of your world, then that's an issue. And we all have to learn. Men too. There's some men that feel like their wife is the center of their world. They have to learn. They have to learn. Okay? All right, cousin, I love y'all. Remember to join us in spiritual alignment class. All of you ladies that are ready to begin your healing and transformation journey, I definitely am here to help you. I'm going to be right beside you. I'm going to help you, but you got to do the work. All right? You got to get serious. Life is not to be played with right now. People are leaving this planet very rapidly because either you're doing what you came here to do or you're not. All right? There's no in between. There's no I'm trying. No, either you're doing it or you're not. All right? All right, cousin, I love you. All is well. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.